The Wilmington Learning Collaborative is a voluntary network of schools in Wilmington across multiple school districts. The collaborative goal is to create consistency for students, empower educators, school leaders, and communities while improving outcomes for students in the city of Wilmington. Our guests for today, Governor Gov Carney and Jim Simmons from the Department of Education. Welcome to the show.
Great to be with you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. So, Wilmington Learning Collaborative. Talk to me like I'm brand new to it.
Yeah, so I think the most important thing to remember is this is a hyper-focused effort to improve education for the children in our city. We know they need to do better.
Right.
We know if Wilmington is going to be successful, all our neighborhoods have to be successful, all our families and children have to be successful. And it starts with great education for our children.
Right.
And we're just not meeting that standard. And so this is a partnership, really, among the school districts that have children in the city, Brandywine, Christina, and Red Clay, to come together to really focus on getting our children where they need to be.
Now, with that, Governor, and I know you have, a passion for education. Your father was an educator, and it is just in the bloodline. Now, we see that the school on the east side, Drew Pyle and Bancroft, are in need of some help as well.
So we've been at this for 4 years already.
Okay.
And one of the focus has been this partnership with Christina to improve the buildings and to build a new elementary and middle school on the east side to replace Bancroft. We've been engaging with the community to get their support, get their ideas. And our appearance today is really to engage the community, to let them know what we're doing. We've got a bunch of town hall meetings coming up, really focused on parents and families, and we'd like to see them come out and share their opinion with us.
Now, Governor, how can some of our viewers at home that are watching, how can they tune in, or where can they go to find out more information, especially about these town hall meetings?
Yeah, so the website is de.gov/WLC, Wilmington Learning Collaborative, and that you can get the information. I don't know if you're going to have a graphic that says when we have those town hall meetings. The first one's coming up on the 14th at Pulaski on the west side. So we'll have them all over the city.
Okay.
So parents can get there from wherever they live.
And let's talk about this. How important is it to have these parents voice their opinions and concerns with what's going on?
Critically important. First of all, this is all about empowering local communities, families, teachers, to really focus on the education of their children. These are their children. These are our children.
Right.
And so we don't want them to feel like this is something that's being imposed on them. We want them to embrace it, to share their ideas, the challenges that they face every day, and so that they know what we're about. And we need their support at the school board meetings in the 3 districts that we're trying to develop this partnership, expand our partnership to Brandywine and Red Clay.
Nice.
The support of the community is far more important than anything, and I always say that if we want to help our community and we want to build our community better, it has to start with our youth and providing them with the resources and the education.
Absolutely, and Jim has a long history in education here, former principal at Mount Pleasant, and he can tell you what that.
Oh, he's a Mount guy.
He's a Mount guy.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I get it.
He's got a young son who's a star Mount guy now.
Yeah.
He was one of the candidates for Player of the Week.
There you go.
This season.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you. He had a good week.
And so how do you feel about this? What are your thoughts about this initiative?
So I actually love the concept in a sense of we can't continue to do what we've been doing and expecting something different. The partnership piece to me is vital because we've oftentimes, probably in multiple things, but especially in education, we do things for and to people and not with people. And so this engagement of the community and building this framework around a collaborative effort, not to come and say we know what to do, but we're saying let's partner and work on a plan together.
Talk to me about the strengths of collaboration, especially with the school district. For years, a lot of it's always been separate. Christiana over this side, other school district on this side. But this collaborative can really do something great for the kids. What type of things can we look forward to?
Well, first of all, it puts a real focus and governance within the community and within the city across district lines. Jim has a great example. When he was a principal at Mount Pleasant, I let him tell the story of how important it is to have a holistic approach when you have children that are going in different, they live in the same neighborhood and they go to different schools.
Right, right.
So the example I've shared is the feeder pattern line between Mount Pleasant and Dickinson is roughly 30th Street. So oftentimes a student or family would move just a simple block over or 2 blocks up, and then they have to transfer not only districts, but schools, principals, curriculum, et cetera. So we're hoping that this collaborative will reduce the impact of that transient population and the impact on their education.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I think that definitely parents in the community definitely need to be a part of this initiative and go out and voice their opinion and concerns with that as well. What do you think?
Yes, no, I totally agree. Getting the opinions of our parents, getting that feedback, I think that's really, really important. Just with anything, you know, it's important to listen. And I think it's great that we are listening.
Right.
It seems like we are listening and we're taking action.
And when we talk to parents and we go to the board meetings, we hear it all the time that nobody listening to us.
Right.
So here we are saying, we're having these town hall meetings. We are listening. And the fundamental structure, the fundamental governance structure is about empowering families and parents and teachers to do the best for all of our children.
That's the long term right there, empowering families.
That's right. And it is a long-term commitment.
Okay.
And,
All right.
you know, we're not going to, change things overnight,
Right.
although we'd like to make big changes and big improvements. We have a long way to go, so I believe firmly that we can make real progress quickly.
Right, right. Is there anything, Jim, that you want the parents to know about this collaborative? And then I'm going to ask you the same thing.
I think the biggest thing is to say we want to engage them. For oftentimes when we talk about this population of students who haven't traditionally been engaged, that we want them to hear that we not only do we want them engaged, but we need them engaged.
Right.
And that engagement will further help their students' academic performance, right? And so, again, I can't give them what they need if nobody's told me what it is they need.
Right.
Or if I'm working off of assumptions. So
Right,
I
right.
think that's the big piece that I think we need. And that, when I say those families, that includes teachers. Like, how do we support them so that they stay in the city? How do we support them so that they stay at these schools so that they can build consistency for families and students? And I think we need to know what they need to hear, and they're part of those communications as well.
There we go.
I think Jim said it best earlier on. We can't continue to do the same things and
Right.
expect to get different results.
Yeah, that's called insanity.
This is our effort to do something meaningful, to improve the education for these children, to improve the prospects for families and neighborhoods in our city, which is ultimately important for the success of our state.
All right, so it's really important for the community to come out and be a part of this. I don't want to just say listening session, or just, I was going to say be something else, but to just be a part of this. It sounds to me that Governor Carney and Jim here are really making and everyone else included within the state are making an effort for the children, and that's what it's about.
Yes, it seems like this is an incredible partnership, something to involve the educators, the students, and even the community to help better, the Newcastle County area, our public school system. I attended the public school system, a firm advocate of attending public schools and what it offers our students. We're very lucky that we have so many incredible public schools in the Newcastle County, even throughout the state of Delaware. But I think this initiative is something that we really need, and I think that's great that we're getting the word out.
Well, you mentioned the teachers. We have been engaging the teachers, and we've heard, the frustrations that they have and the hopes they have for a better future. And by the way, our success in all these efforts will depend on the success of our teachers and attracting good teachers, keeping them in these schools for the long term.
And I really appreciate you saying that, because you know what? No one really talks about the teachers. You see the teachers go through so much. And so hats off, salute to the teachers and your efforts. And before we wrap up, Governor Carney, is there any other initiatives that the city of Wilmington, the state of Delaware, can look forward to coming out of your office?
We do. We have actually lots of engagement with the members of the General Assembly. There are many proposals to help families, go back to work, so to speak, and support families in those initiatives that we're working on. We've got a lot of federal money coming to the state for capital projects. We have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make some improvements here in our state and to do things that we would never have the opportunity to do. And it's up to us to deliver.
Yeah.
It's a really exciting prospect.
It's the changing of the times.
It certainly is.
There you
Build
go.
back better.
Build back
that.
better. There you go. And Governor John Carney, thank you so much. Jim, thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you for having me.
This is your wonderful, beautiful host, Vincenza, and myself, Ivan Thomas, and you are watching a special edition of Good Morning Wilmington. And for more information, go to de.gov/WLC for more information on the Wilmington Learning Collaborative. All right, cool. We good? We good, Gov?
We're good.
We're good.
All right, we'll see.
I'm a